I normally say, a man like me from Hope don't need a microphone. This room is a little bit different. I always tell them I'm a little bit loud. But I'm excited. Thank you for the introduction to me. It's so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be here with you all this evening. One thing I will say is unapologetically, first and foremost, I want to thank God for just allowing me to be here.
Right, Reed.
My beautiful wife, Julie, she was young, always giving me support.
Yeah. Shake your butt, shake your butt.
I want to thank the whole high school class of 1983 reunion for just entrusting me to just say a few words to us tonight.
Beautiful.
Right?
Beautiful.
I love my state, right? So, just a little about my journey. I always tell people that I just came from the dust. When I say I really mean that. I came from the dust, out there hauling hand with FFA with Mr. Troy Bud, Mr. Jack Watkins, Mr. Jack Steele, and Mr. Gordon Green. And left there, got into engineering, was an engineer for a while, did a number of different things. And I think probably the best thing to say is just, I was an engineer for about 15 years, and in 2000, some drastic things happened in my life. My mom had a massive stroke, and I thank God she lived another 17 years beyond that. But that probably didn't make a change in what I was doing to help people. Because I realized that building a $20 million F-16 fighter jets and postal sorting machines that were $1 million machines, that wasn't going to really help my fellow men walking.
Come on.
So I made a change. And so I also realized that because my family suffered financially, after my mom had a stroke, we had to do something different. So with that said, I changed and ended up being a proud life insurance agent. One who loves the business world, and I say it like this, I've learned how to in 10 to 20 minutes, basically explain to someone, show them how they can benefit from the various types of life insurance, annuities, and such. So that's one of the things that I'm very proud of. Now, some of you might say, well, who is Jay? Well, I'm going to tell you how they came about. When I made a change from engineering over to financial services, I represented Africa and Dallas for 5 years. Simultaneously, I took a position in the evenings with the IRS. They were training me on everything about retirement plans. So I got to a very small group called pensions and annuities, and there were only 9 employees in the group. And unfortunately, 2 of them were already called Tony. So my man said, we're not going to have 3 Tonys in a 9-man group, so we got to come up with something else. I said, well, my name is James Anthony, but the only one who's allowed to call me James is my mom. She's not here working right now. He said, well, you have to come up with something. So I said, well, let's just go with my mission, J-A-Y, James Anthony Young, J-A-Y. And believe it or not, that was 22 years ago, and that's stuck. So everything I do in business is J. But if I hear somebody call my name Tony, I'm doing one thing, they're your family or I'm home or something. And I don't care where I am, if somebody calls me Tony, I know right away. I turn around, I'm doing it to somebody who really knows me, right? So, with that said, I'm going to briefly talk to you tonight about 2 of my favorite movies. Because you are the class of 1983, we are the class of 1983. One of those movies is Calculated Nights, that's my favorite. And the other one is Soul Food. Now, you may say, what does that have to do with the 1983 class reunion? Here's what it does. Ricky Bobby said, if you ain't first, you're last.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mama Joe said, a closed fist strikes a mighty blow. Y'all remember that?
Oh, yeah.
So this is what I mean by that. Before I get to that, I want to do a demonstration. I want to do a test. If you're in this room right now, and you hear my voice, y'all hear my voice? Like Mark can say, y'all hear my voice out one time. So, this my wife is going to be proud about this, and she's a researcher. If you're in this room and you have problems, I want you to stand up.
I have problems.
If you have problems, I want you to stand up. Are you serious? Go ahead, grab some. Go ahead, grab some.
That Julia down. Yeah, she's too blessed to stress.
That's crazy. But we do have problems here. We really get it.
What I'm saying is that for 40 years we've been away from from having to stay with. Would y'all agree? All of us have been through problems. Maybe it was divorce, maybe it was bankruptcy, maybe it was getting fired from my job, maybe someone that was really close to us passed away. But the bottom line is that we all had problems. But here's the deal. I want you to give yourselves a big hand because you kept it moving.
Yes. Real.
So here's the thing. As long as you keep it moving in the words of any Bible, you may not be first yet, but you probably won't be last if you keep moving. It's when you stop moving is when you have a chance of not only not finishing first, but not finishing at all.
Come on, Rhea.
Right? So here's the thing. We made it all the way from May 17, 1983 to September 9, 2023, today. So what I say is, honestly, you and I both had enough vision to where we were able to say, hey, you know what, no matter all, everything I've been through, I was able to make it through today to be here and look up on the face of many of my classmates. Of course, we have won and lost some that are not with us anymore, but we're excited to be here, right?
Right.
So just imagine this. When Henry Ford was coming up with the Model A, a lot of people didn't understand where his vision was. He had vision. We are here tonight because we had vision. Maybe we borrowed someone else's vision, but we're here, right?
Right.
Entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs, as they say, they create jobs and solve problems. Everybody understands they have problems. I know I have plenty of problems, but I've learned how to categorize them and prioritize them. Which one's work on and which one's not work on, right? Now, one thing I say is this: when I was in engineering, I studied a lot about operations management, total quality management, and all that. And I know this: that in 2007, what we know as the industrial economy pretty much died in the United States. But guess what, y'all? We kept right on going, did we not?
Yeah.
All of us are still right on going. So one of the things I say is this: there's a Greek, I say a king out there called King Midas. Y'all heard of King Midas before? King Midas was over in Phrygia. It's a Greek mythology, right? It basically said that everything that he touched turned to gold. Okay? So when we're moving, we may not be where we want to be at, but as long as we continue to move, we're going down the road in the direction we want to go. So I want to talk real quick about what makes up this Midas touch. Let's start with the thumb. This is something that I know that we all have experienced and we all have benefited from. And that is, it represents strength of character. It demonstrates what you and what I'm made of. It says, this is how my emotional security it comes out. So what we can say is this: although we can learn a great deal from like a kind man or a kind woman, we've learned along the way that to lie, to cheat, and to steal is not the way to go. Would y'all agree? It is not the way to go.
Real true.
And in fact, I heard one say that the only way we ourselves can be on the receiving end of being kind is if we expect to get something for nothing. And I'm not in the business to get something for nothing. I don't know about you, right? I believe you're not because you're here. We might be seeing you somewhere else as you work. So here's the thing. That's the thumb. The index finger, it represents focus. What I mean by focus is, hey, maybe we're not an A student, maybe we're an A students, but we should strive not to be a C student our whole lives, right? Because basically those words, those 5 letters, is that basically says you want to follow one course until successful. That's focus. So what they're saying is this: hang on to the money after you make the money. Keep the weight off after you lose the weight. It says also that you have to develop an understanding that language is critical. Poor self-talk produces poor performance.
Come on.
You can't talk negative to yourself. As soon as your ears here, as soon as your mindset here, you're going down the wrong road already.
All right.
Consider those individuals like Donald Trump, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, Mark Zuckerberg, just to name a few. All these guys and individuals have demonstrated an intense degree of focus. Would y'all agree?
All right.
They started as founders They all had at least 3 of the 8 business integrities that is required to be successful. They had mission, they knew how to build a team, and they had the leadership skills to actually lead that team. Now, that's the index finger. The middle finger, it represents your brain. Maybe you're not in business, that's okay. But you have a reputation to maintain. And if you don't, maintaining a reputation is just as devastating as if you were in business. So this is what I say to that. A brand is the promise you telegraph and the experience you deliver. What do you ultimately want to be known for? What type of legacy do you want to leave? Who will you touch on your life journey, and how will you touch them?
Come on.
How will you protect it once it's established? Here's the thing, think about Coca-Cola, Google, McDonald's, even Starbucks. It takes time to build up a brand, to build a reputation. But if something as delicate as that, it can be lost in like 15 minutes. It doesn't take long at all. Now, let's talk about the ring finger. This is the most important one. This is the one where we're all in this room tonight. This finger, the ring finger, just like you get married, it represents relationship. First, you have to get to know yourself. You have to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, how is somebody else going to know you?
Come on now.
Right? So, with that said, you have to understand that no man is an island. You cannot be in this world alone. Just look around the room. Just look around this room. Perhaps you may not be close to everybody in this room, but I promise you, it's important for us to be close to 1 or 2 individuals. And maybe those 1 or 2 individuals are close to another 1 or 2 individuals, and that's how we end up back in this room tonight. And finally, we have a pinky finger. It represents the little things in life that matter. Please and thank you. A smile, a call, a text to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Stan Jackson is not in this room today, but he and I were at SAU Tech for 2 years together as roommates. To this day, probably 2 or 3 times a week, he's sending me a text message. He's saying, hey brother, good afternoon, good morning. Sometimes he doesn't even know, and I told him this last night. Sometimes he doesn't know what I'm going through. When I get that text message, it just pushes me through to the next day. We don't have to do that. So that's what I mean by the little things that mean a lot. We just have to be real, y'all. We have to be real. So let's take a soul food for a second. I'm about to wrap it up. Each of your fingers, the thumb, it may not be able to, withstand the storms of life individually. But when you take that thumb, that index finger, that middle finger, that ring finger, that pinky, and you ball it into a fist, like Mama Joe said, we can strike a mighty blow with that. Just like you said. Again, consider these 2 words that I had to say to my class, and I'm very proud to be a part of the whole high school class of 1983. I want y'all to think about this. Let's keep on moving. Let's keep moving on toward our goal. Let's keep moving toward being first, like we were about to say. If we stop, there's no chance of us being first. Okay? And in the words of those famous ghetto boys,
Not the ghetto boy.
take all the components that make up the Midas touch. Make 2 fists. And until God calls us home, keep dropping the good boy bombs on the storms of life. That's my time.
Go ahead, Keith.
Not the ghetto boy.